Today, we're going to take a look at Sergeant Slaughter from Action Force and the Valaverse. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a first time line opening. Never opened an Action Force figure in my life. I don't think I had any of these guys back in the day. I don't even know if they was sold in the States. We had G.I. Joe, and the Europeans had Action Force. Now they did that crossover. Some of the characters crossed over. Obviously, Sergeant Slaughter. I don't know much about it, but I do know they are now, I think, Britain's version of G.I. Joe. Really excited to get this opened. I hear super things about Valaverse and Action Force. So let's take a look at the packaging. We have a nice big window box. I don't know, that's 2/3 of the box, I believe, opened up there. It says Action Force here, Sergeant Slaughter, and you see the Valaverse logo right there. Top has a little opening so you can let light in if he's on a shelf. You also have Action Force Valaverse, and you have warning for choking hazards up there. On this side, you get a picture of Sergeant Slaughter, really nice picture, black and white, looks like a drawing. And it says Sergeant Slaughter 0106 right there. And on this side, you get Action Force, and you get the Valaverse logo there. Bottom, warning, copyrights, labels, barcodes, this, that, and the other. And on the back, now this is how we need our classifieds, like this on the back. Our G.I. Joe classified figures from Hasbro. Amazing back here. So we go through over the cross cell first. You have Condor, the Bone Collector, Steel Brigade, Swarm Trooper, Karak, and Sergeant Slaughter, each sold separately. And then there is a QR code. Not sure what is on there. Maybe one time I'll hit that. You get 2 action points. So I imagine if you send them in, you'll get a mail-in figure or a choice of whatever. Then you get some platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube that you can follow Valaverse on. And this is what I'm talking about right here. This big, beautiful file card right there. Awesome. It does say Cut and Save Combat Profile right here. Got a picture of Sergeant Slaughter there. And I will read this. This is a lot, so bear with me. Sergeant Slaughter, file name classified. Primary MOS 18A, Special Forces Team Leader. Secondary skills, X8 Drill Sergeant. Birthplace classified. Rank affiliation, Sergeant Major retired, Action Force. And here is the rundown right here. Every soldier has stories about their drill sergeant from basic training, but few can compare to the claims of 6'2", 240-pound giant known as Sergeant Slaughter. Now retired, Sergeant Slaughter began his military career as a Special Forces Team Sergeant, leading the classified operations in the early 80s. At some point in his career, Slaughter left the teams to become a drill sergeant at Fort Benning, where he pummeled young recruits into the ground day and night. It's what earned him the nickname Sergeant Slaughter. It didn't matter to him who the recruits were or where they were from. He treated them all alike and turned them into real soldiers. After Benning, Sergeant Slaughter retired and was recalled to serve as a special tactics instructor to a special missions unit within the United States military, where he served until 1984, after which he formally retired from active military service. When the nation collapsed, Sergeant Slaughter was pegged to again serve as his advisor to a new special missions unit called Action Force, where he passed on his experience and knowledge from his days in the teens. Slaughter may be well known, but his true identity is not, and that won't stop any enemies from hunting him down. For Sergeant Slaughter, the real fight has just begun. So good rundown right there of what's going on in Sergeant Slaughter's current life. Now, I will say we have a copyright date on this of 2021. So we are 3 or 4 years behind on this. But it is my first Valaverse, and I thought, what better one could it be than Sergeant Slaughter? So I'm assuming I can take him right out of the bottom. All right, get my knife right here. Let's see, glasses on. I see one piece of tape, and I believe that's it. We'll get in here and get that up. Nope, no tape here. There we go. Got her up. Set that over there. Not sure how these are packaged at all. Like I mentioned, my first one. Here we go. Come on. There we go, an empty box right there, nothing in there. It's not plain back, but there is like some wallpaper effect or something on there, not sure what that is. And here he is in his plastic coffin, Sergeant Slaughter. Wow. Okay, this looks really good. Now, let's see, what are we going to do now? It looks like we have 2 layers, so we'll pull off this first cover. And then there is a film, a film that you could see through the package. So we'll pull this off. There you go. There's that film. That was over top. Looks like that may help hold in all his accessories. Now, get a better look at him in his plastic coffin. Man, this looks awesome. I am really surprised. I'm looking on his ab crunch. Really stands out to me. Okay, let's go through these accessories first. Some of them are taped over. All right. Tape is off, and that's what we're going to look at first. Sunglasses. I guess they're sunglasses. They have silver frames and, yes, black lenses, dark black lenses. Those look really good. They're kind of pliable. They don't feel like they're going to snap. Actually pretty good. We'll set them right there. Next, we're going to go through a bunch of hands. So we are set up. It looks like, way up in the air, we have a left and a right trigger finger hand. So these are to hold weapons, I assume. So we'll set those there, trigger fingers. Next, we have a left and right fists. Left and right fists. Sergeant Slaughter, of course, has to have fists. And then we get a left and right. These can only be one thing, hollering hands. So we can put those hands together, put them up. Hey, you better get your butts down off of my obstacle. Kind of like that. And last hand, we get an odd number of hands, so that's unusual. And it is a right pointing finger hand. There you go. Index finger out. He's pointing at somebody, and that is a right hand there. And that is it for hands. Now we'll go through weapons. First one is this big old knife. Look at that thing. Wow, that's heavy duty and very well made. Paint apps. My goodness, that looks like a tiny real-life knife to me. And that's not all. We get one more weapon, and it is this big old revolver. Look at that. Looks like maybe a .45. That looks real good. Wow. Black with silver. The metal's all painted silver, and the handle is black. Awesome. Very nice. And that's it, other than a stand, which I'm excited about that stand. That looks awesome. But let's go ahead. We're going to just grab him by his toe. He's not tied in anywhere. And pull him up. And Sergeant Slaughter has been resurrected. There he is. Hello. Hello. All right, we're going to set him right there for now. And pull out this empty coffin there. Get that out of here. here is this stand. Now, it does not say Sergeant Slaughter anywhere. It does have a 2021 copyright, Valaverse, made in China back there. And it says Action Force on the front. That's pretty good. This is awesome. Man, it looks like there's a place for a card to put a card in there so it stands up. And I bet you it is his file card if you wish to cut that file card up. Cut it off your package and stick it right there, which I won't be doing that because I keep all my boxes. I don't cut my boxes up. All right, I am going to go ahead and pull this cover off. There's Sergeant Slaughter's hat. It looks like the one he wore in the WWF to me. Looks awesome. We'll sit that there. And man, I'm telling you what, this is great. All right, let's talk about articulation. Look at the head. Look at the head. Look at him. Whoa! Whoa! He's looking all the way up. This is awesome. Head all the way up and not all the way down, but probably down as far as a real head can go. This is amazing. Whoa! How about that? A lot of, now it does not go side to side, but that's okay. It goes all the way around. How do these heads? Oh, head comes off. Wow. So you could possibly get your G.I. Joe classified head. I don't know if their ball joints match up, but that'd be kind of neat to find out. But man, there's nothing wrong with this head. Wow. I can't believe that movement. Phew. Shoulder all the way around, a little stiff. He has double butterfly in there. Now, he is not coming back nearly as far as our classifieds will. Okay, there is a little bit of side to side here. Now, when you have your head down, there's no side to side. Pull it back up, and there is side to side there. So, I was wrong about that. Awesome. He has an upper arm cut. He has double jointed, tight, pinless elbows. Can I get that broke? Yeah. Way back here. Look at that flexibility there. It's that arm way back here. Double jointed pinless. He has wrists that you can see the joint in there. Oh, a little stiff, but his arms, or his hands rather, go down slightly and up very little. I mean, they are stiff though. I think these are going to move quite a bit once you get them broke free. They go all the way around. Let's see how about, oh my gosh. It's going to be hard pulling these off. You may have to heat this guy up. He has an ab crunch, and it is way better than the classified. I am super surprised at that. It's comparable to, let's say, Mattel's Ultimate Edition wrestling figures. That is the ab crunch you have there. And G.I. Joe is comparable to the Elite WWE action figures. So that's awesome. It does have a hula hoop waist. It feels like the ab crunch is not going to go all the way around. And the waist is, I'm afraid to twist them. As I sit here, I don't want to break anything, but leave in a comment if it does go all the way around. But it's moving better as I play with it right here. All right, we'll go on down. We have, is that drop down hips? Yes, drop down hips, and that is going to let him get some pretty good splits, although not great. Now that could have something, I think, to do with this jacket right here. His shirt tail is hanging down, and things are hitting that. So I imagine if you have their other figures would be able to go all out splits there. But that's not bad, especially for Sergeant Slaughter. He's a big powerhouse. He don't need to do a lot of jumping around like that. There is an upper thigh cut. There is double jointed, pinless knees, and look at there. He's really kicking his own butt, and then come back up. So a lot of knee movement there. Upper boot cut. He can flex that foot down. And is there a rocker? Slight rocker. Not Well, no, it's moving now. Yeah, all the rocker will go all the way. Everything is just needs loosened up. The only thing I can complain about right now is these hands. I cannot get them hands off. But let's look at him. This is very, very, very. Do I dare say it's better than a classified figure? It's better than a lot of the classified figures. I wouldn't say it's better than all of them. But man, I am impressed. Good job, Valaverse. Wow. Now let's take a look at this face. I love this face sculpt. Now it looks like, does this look like exactly like Sergeant Slaughter? No, but you know it's Sergeant Slaughter. Look at that jaw. My goodness. Bald head there. He's got a scowl on that mustache. He looks like he is PO'd. And that's probably just his relaxed face. He's got this black shirt on. Now, the torso part of the shirt is not sculpted on. It is actually, it's not painted or sculpted. It's an actual vest, okay? So that's a real nice touch. His sleeves are sculpted on, painted green. It's supposed to, I believe, look like a jacket, one jacket. And then he's got a black, looks like probably a tank top on underneath there. He's got a silver belt buckle, black belt, camo pants, really dark camo pants. He's got black combat boots on. He does have a sheath here for his knife, and he's got a, I believe that's a holster for his big revolver right there. There is a hole in the back of this jacket, and it looks like there is a hole in his back to receive what would probably be a backpack if you had one, but of course he does not come with a backpack. Let's go ahead and get his hat on, see how he looks. So he came out of the box with the hat. Now I will say one thing, this hat is not staying on there very well. That's just kind of sitting on there, so that's another bad thing, unless I'm putting it on wrong, which I don't think I am, but just sitting on there. So this hat comes off real easy, but you know what? My hat comes off real easy. Let's go with his glasses here. Check this out. Now, he did not have the glasses on in package, so this is the first time I'm seeing him with glasses. It looks okay. It looks okay. I like him better without the glasses, but that's not bad. That's not a bad look. Yeah, I like him better without the glasses. Now let's check out his knife. This big old knife should go right into the sheath. Very good. Knife right in the sheath there. And I'll tell you, these sheaths and holster are not sculpted on. They're just like our classified series, G.I. Joe, where they are actually around the leg. And then we got this big gun here. See if we can get that in there. Yeah, there's the big gun. Now that is different. That is a different style holster, but I like how you can see the whole barrel right there. That's pretty intimidating looking. So the hands, I did not mention, the hands out of the package are just gripping hands. So that is something way different than classified. Classified doesn't give you just gripping hands. They give you trigger finger gripping hands on both of them. So that's pretty cool that they do that. All right, I got his right. I could not get his left hand off. Now, I did not try a whole lot, but I did get the right hand off. And that's okay because I did forget, which will need this regular gripping hand to hold the knife. I forgot to put the knife in his hand. There you go. Got his knife, and he's not holding it the greatest. But he does have it. But anyways, I want to get this gun in his hand, so we're going to try to stick this in here. Let's see how they were hard to come out. Are they hard to go in? No, popped right in there. So your right hand, he can reach down, grab his revolver here, and I'll tell you, I thought the classified line was hard to get weapons in their hands. This one's even harder. And he had got it. They really put a real trigger on this gun. So I'll get some close-ups of that. So there's Slaughter with his big gun there, ready to do some work. How about that? And then we also get this hand here. We're going to take the gun out, pull that hand off, put this one on. That one fits well too. Let's see if we can get this up there to us. Yeah, there he goes. He's hollering, "Hey, get down off my obstacle." That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Another head sculpt with a mouth open would have been really cool. Really look like he's yelling something. Then, of course, we get the pointed finger. Yeah, that one goes in good. Now he's calling you out. But I tell you what, the star of this figure right here is this head movement, this head swivel. Now, I really want to get out something to... I'll get one that is not comparable to this one. And that will be Roadblock right here. Now, here is a Roadblock action figure. Now his actually isn't bad. I mean, he's looking up, but he ain't looking up like Sergeant Slot. Look at that. So very good. And then our ab crunch also. He has got that kind of elite, Mattel Elite ab crunch, where he has got the Mattel Ultimate ab crunch. The only thing I can think to compare it to. So we'll put Roadblock back up in there. All right, and here is the one I think is most comparable to this as far as head movement. So you got your Cobra Trooper here, or was this the Cobra Officer? I think it's Cobra Trooper. Look at his head. Now, they both are looking well up, and most of our action figures do not do that. So I've been complaining about that a lot. I know some people doesn't think it's that big of a deal, but what if I want to display if I had a dragonfly up here, hanging him off the ceiling or something, and our guys can't look up? That would be bad. Or he's in a prone position looking down a scope. So that is why head articulation is so important to me. So, yeah, I don't know. I think the detail is probably about the same. I do like Valaverse Action Force ab crunch better. And if the heads are not all like this, then this is a moot point. But as of right now, the very first one has that movement. To me, that is just head and shoulders above what we get with most classifieds. But very good. I'm not familiar with these characters other than Sergeant Slaughter. But, man, I would say if I was a person that didn't know either one of these, had no idea who G.I. Joe was, had no idea who Action Force was, I would have to go with Action Force. I honestly would. But that's it. Action Force, Valaverse, Sergeant Slaughter. Until next time, oh yeah.